You the generation of Africans, you are going to be like the African chiefs who are here half naked, running around, that they are very important, that he's a lion, that the king is a lion. A lion, whom do you eat? He only eats. Why don't you eat the imperialists who come to? Now, these kings, I have had a long problem with them. Because remember, your ancestors were here. In their ignorance, we were all right. We were here with our small kings. In Ankole there, we had a small king. But the Banyankole thought he was a great king. He was Rubambansi, the control of the whole world. They thought that Ankole was the whole world. Rubambansi, Mugabe Nyakusinga. So we had these little kings here. Here, Karagwe, Buganda, Bunyoro, all these little kings were here. They didn't know much, so you can't blame them. But the problem is that when I hear a rumor that some of you are Christians. It's not confirmed, but there's some rumor that, now if you are Christians like me, you would have read the book of the Acts of the Apostles, the journeys of St. Paul, those places where St. Paul was passing, Ephesus, Galatia, Corinth, and all those places. Some of them are now in a country that did not exist at the time of Jesus. This country is called Turkey. This Turkey you see now. It was not there. The Turkish captured Constantinople in 1453. Captured it from the people who were there, the ones whom St. Paul was talking about, the Romans. Now, when they captured Constantinople, they blocked the overland route to the east. So the Europeans could not get spices, especially, which they needed for winter, for preserving food. That's how the Europeans started expanding, looking for an alternative sea route to the east. The Portuguese, 1473, they got where Sierra Leone is now. 1482, a man called Diego Cama got to where Angola is now. 1487, a Portuguese man called Bartholomew Diaz got to the Cape of Good Hope. That's how they call it, the Cape of Good Hope. And then 1498, Vasco da Gama went around the Cape of Good Hope and landed in Natal on Christmas Day. That's why they called it Natal. Now, that's why my problem with the king starts. When Vasco da Gama went from Natal, he passed by Mombasa, he bombarded Mombasa, he continued to India. From that time, 1498, these kings of ours here were aware, they were hearing that new people are coming, new people who are strong are coming. But they were just here, just not bothered. You can imagine, Vasco da Gama went around the Cape 1498. The first white man to come to Uganda was Huntington Speke in 1862. You calculate, this is a difference of 364 years. These kings are just seated here, not bothered to find out what's happening. And information was coming from the coast. until the Europeans came and caught all of them like grasshoppers here. All of them were captured. Mwanga, Kabarega, what, all these little pharaohs who tried to resist, they were captured like grasshoppers. So, is our generation going to be like that? Like those kings? Because you have heard that somebody is in space. He's looking at you from there. And for you, you are here. Dancing, dancing in Pakachini. Really, that's all the leaders are doing. When your people are here, and you know very well what happened to people when they are conquered. The good thing with the Africans is that they don't die easily. This is the good thing about Africans. If you go to America now, and you look for the Red Indians, they are not there. They disappeared. What they call Americans now are new people who came and took over the land of those Indians. Europeans who went and took over the land of the Indians. In South America, it's the same thing. Here, we refuse to die. That's why we are here. But is that going to be the case tomorrow? How can this generation of what they call leaders accept Africa to lag behind again? So that's why, number two, strategic security compels us to go beyond economic integration to also political integration, so that we can have a safe security formula to guard ourselves against anybody. The Chinese, they are moving. You have seen the Russians, what the Russians have been able to do with their friends, the Americans. You have seen what's happening there. Mm-hmm. They are like the Banyankore in the past, when the Banyankore were, if it was not for the poor leadership, the Banyankore were really tough people. But these kings were hopeless. The Banyankore, if he wants to fight you, he says, he first insults you, I will cut your mother something. Then you know that he's serious. We are not serious. This is very risky. This is criminal. This is criminal. To say that we are leaders and we don't see this and we are just here, Excellency, President, Madame, Excellence, Madame, Mademoiselle. In the African Union, you go there, you see, Banang. We are keeping Africans for slaughter in the future. Like looking after cows, then at something they are slaughtered by the one who wants to slaughter them. This is not acceptable. That's why we need East Africa can go to space. East Africa. You can go to space. You Americans, what are you doing here? Mukora chiwano. Eh? We have also come to see what you are doing here. So, that's why Ngoga correctly captured number two. Number two, integration is to deal with the issue of strategic security.